Good day everyone, this is Junaid Khan, a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and also representing clients to the Immigration Refugee Board of Canada. This video is going to be a sign of relief for the students, so let me tell you the good news first. The good news is what IRCC has done previously in June, that they have eliminated a lot of 179 approximately courses which were not now eligible to the postgraduate work permit. They have reversed their decision, and now those courses are still eligible for the postgraduate work permit, and students who are now applying for the September 2024 and 2025 intake or January 2026 intake, they are still eligible to opt one of those courses. So let me just go to a little bit of a background. I have made a long video on this already, but if any one of you haven't watched that video, so that'll be a little refresher and the new updates from the IRCC, which is updated on July 4th, 2025. So later in the month of June, IRCC decided to take off 179 approximately courses out from the PGWP alignment, and they have added some new courses, about 119 new courses, from which if any of the students have finished those courses, they are going to be eligible for postgraduate work permit. There has been a lot of chaos among some of the students as well, or a lot of other consultants who are working, and specifically for the students who are actually willing to submit their application for the September intake, because see, we are in July today. June, there was new updates about the PGWP alignment, and most of the students had to change their courses while they were already almost ready or ready to submit their visa application. So IRCC dropped this situation in June 2025, and they have discarded almost 179, if I'm not mistaken, about this number of courses, that if you are submitting your application for one of these courses, you are not going to be eligible for postgraduate work permit after you finish your education. So institutes started sending emails, students started sending messages that they have already got into the program, they have paid their fees, their visa application is already 100% ready to submit, and some of the students really panicked who already submitted their application before that information, and they wanted to know like if their application will fall into the category where postgraduate work permit is not going to be eligible on those courses. So the good news, again, I have told you guys in the beginning of the video that IRCC took that decision back, because I feel like that was the very wrong timing to do that, and there was no precautionary measures, there was no information before that, and it was basically on the basis of effective immediately, like today's onward, these programs out of the eligibility for postgraduate work permit. And I feel like that's a bit unfair. I felt that way, and I was really hoping that there will be a huge backlash from the institutes and students as well towards the IRCC, which eventually happened, and they had to reverse this situation. And then now IRCC is planning to add those courses. I mean, again, because we're talking future, so IRCC mentioned, as you see on your screen as well, they have mentioned that they will implement this in the early 2026. So the time is not mentioned, but at least there's a heads up. There's a heads up for approximately 6 months that students can plan their journey or plan their education or plan what courses are going to be beneficial for them before they even take admission or pay the fees or ready their application. Because at this point of time, see, we are in so the previous information started in June, and this is the time when most of the international students already started working on their visa application, and they're already done with the admissions and pay the fees and everything. Because as you all know, September is most of the time the major intake for most of the institutes, specifically universities, but colleges, they have the most number of courses open in the September intake, but they do offer some other intakes as well, like May and January. But some of the universities, they don't really do that. Some of the courses just open for one intake. So it was a very stress moment. I mean, initially we worked on most of the students' profile to switch their courses and started having conversation with the institutes. But now, because they have reversed already, it's again the chaotic situation now, because some of the students are already convinced to take the next courses, and some of the students are willing to go back to the previous courses. I mean, there is a bit of a mess, but this is what it is. But at least there were some students I have witnessed struggling to find the course of their interest, because end of the day, I always want students to pick a course which they are interested in. I don't care if I feel like to be honest, like if you are spending thousands and thousands of dollars to getting education in Canada, if you're talking a university, it's a 4-year course, colleges 2 years, 1-year courses. But if you are coming to get education from Canada, and if you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars, plus you are staying away from your family, you're going to be struggling doing everything yourself, you better do something which you are interested in. And that was the struggle we were dealing with from last couple of days. But again, I'm just going to repeat the situation. So the changes happened after IRCC mentioned that they are taking out 179 approximately courses out of the postgraduate work permit eligibility, and they've added few courses as well. So that situation reversed back to the previous situation until the beginning of the 2026. So there's a bit of a relief, and students can continue submitting their application for the study permit for September 2026 and intake, and the January intake as well, because now institutes are offering students for the January intake, not September, because this is too close. So this was the information. I feel like it's very important for the students who are now looking forward to submit their application, and good luck with the application. Thank you.